Dustin Browder and Jason Chase have worked on some of the best games ever made, including Starcraft 2, Hearthstone, and Heroes of the Storm. But their latest endeavour is a brand new space shooter called Wildgate, which blends extraction mechanics with ship management and a bit of survival on top. It's a whole different slew of genres, and it's just got its new Emergence update, which adds new hero Charlie, a brand new region, and a whole lot of other new features. We caught up with the duo to chat about all things Emergence, Wildgate, and how you go about balancing a game that's got so many different parts.
We want to have a highly variable game, and some randomness in the game does produce a lot of variability, which is kind of wonderful. At the same time, good game balance benefits all players, right? Whether you're a serious player or a more casual player, if the game is sort of well-tuned, you'll feel it, and it's useful.
Yeah.
So we are willing to take some risks with this game in terms of randomness. Like, the reach can be a little bit cruel, and the reach can be sometimes a little bit helpful, and sometimes the reach is helpful to your allies or your enemies and less helpful to you, right? Yeah. And so we are okay with that. But we do want, your choices to feel good. So I do want you to, when you get a hold of a ship, you want to feel like, hey, this ship is a pretty good ship. They put some work into making the ship feel good. And they're, if I have suggestions to make the ship play better, they'll listen to my suggestions, right? Like that's important to us, that that the game feel good. But in this case, right, like there's so many variables. And there's never been a game quite like this. Yeah. There are some similar games, but not exactly. And we got a lot of upgrades. And so like when you're looking, like when I was working on, obviously StarCraft 2, we can lean on StarCraft 1 enormously. Like that game is better balanced on day one than it has any right to be, because we're leaning on StarCraft 1, right? Like, and
for sure.
When we're working on Heroes of the Storm, obviously we're looking at Dota and League, and we're leaning on things we've seen work and not work in those games. But with Wildgate, at least I'm not aware of a template, right? Like everything here is new, and so a lot of what we learn in balance, we have hopefully some decent first guesses, but then after that we got to play with the community and see what works and doesn't work, and just try to keep up as best we can.
I think it's interesting you mentioned that there is like a mix of games going on here, because there are a mix of games going on here. So how did you kind of amalgamate these into one game that feels genuinely really cohesive when it's kind of all these disparate genres that have kind of come together? How'd y'all manage that?
Yeah, 100%.
You want to talk that one, Jason?
Sure, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of different pieces here, like you said. I mean, and we were inspired by a lot of things, as Dustin was talking about. So, I mean, there's games out there where you're playing on a crew. A lot of people on the team played Sea of Thieves. That was a big influence. There's a lot of just kind of joy around just the process of upgrading your ship and looking at different sci-fi games or sci-fi movies that we loved, thinking about the world of starting off with this kind of basic bare bones stock ship flying out, and then finding ways to kind of make it super powerful over the course of the session. And then obviously there's a big focus on the competitive play that we started with. So looking at other games that were out there like Battle Royale and kind of leaning into that. Some of that we're evolving obviously with the new modes that we're putting out, but it was a bunch of things. And we've got obviously just a lot of the influence from the team too, what they were all playing and what they loved as well.
So that was a brief snippet of our AMA with the guys over at Moonshot. If you're interested in checking out Wildgate, it's currently 50% off on Steam, so absolutely worth a go. In the meantime, however, if you're looking to join our AMAs, make sure you take a look at our Discord and keep up with PC Games Zen for all of the latest PC gaming news. Thanks.